She wore a hat that wasn't hers, a coat that belonged to someone else. And the moment she stepped out at Royal Ascot, the internet broke. This woman isn't a princess. She isn't even British. But somehow, she's becoming one of the most copied women in the royal world. And today, you're going to find out exactly how she did it. Her name is Alize the Vent. And if you don't know her yet, you're about to. Because this is the woman who married into the Middleton family and somehow turned borrowed clothes into a full-blown fashion phenomenon. But here's what nobody is talking about. She didn't grow up in England. She didn't grow up royal. She didn't even grow up in one country. So how did a French diplomat's daughter end up standing next to the king and queen at Royal Ascot? Stay with me, because this story goes way deeper than just one race day. Let's start with the day that got everyone talking. Royal Ascot. Day 2. Carole Middleton, yes, Kate's mom, arrives looking effortlessly elegant. Soft pastel pink coat dress. Cream hat. Classic, timeless, very Middleton. But right beside her, her daughter-in-law, Alize. And Alize wasn't just keeping up. She was turning heads. A pie crust collar dress. A Johnny Boater hat. French flair colliding head-on with one of the strictest dress codes in the world. This wasn't just a fashion moment. This was a family affair. Because right behind them, Prince William, King Charles, Queen Camilla, all riding together in the famous carriage procession that kicks off the races. The Princess of Wales was there too. So picture this, 3 generations of one family, all stepping out together, in front of the entire world's cameras. But here's where it gets interesting. A byahan esi cheesen thodi interesting hone wali hain. Because Alize wasn't wearing something new. She's done this before. And it's becoming a pattern. Last year, same event. She wore a hat. Not just any hat. The exact same Juliette millinery hat her mother-in-law Carole wore years earlier. All the way back at Prince Louis's christening in 2018. Borrowed. Reused. Reimagined. And it didn't stop there. Back in April, James Middleton turned 39. To celebrate, the couple went hiking. Climbed a mountain. James posted the photo himself, writing about how every year feels like a bigger climb. Sweet moment, right? But fashion watchers noticed something else entirely. The gilet Alize was wearing on that mountain? It wasn't hers either. Wait till you hear who actually owns this jacket. That exact gilet, from a brand called Hyde Park, has been worn by the Princess of Wales since 2006. Nearly 2 decades. She wore it supporting William at an Eton match back when they were just a young couple, long before any crowns were involved. And it's not just Kate. James's own sister, Pippa, has worn it too. This jacket has basically become a Middleton family heirloom. Passed around. Worn on mountains. Worn at weddings. Worn at one of the most photographed sporting events in Britain. So now you're probably asking the same question everyone online is asking. Why does it matter who wears a jacket? Because what happens next explains everything. Here's the part that changes how you see this entire story. Alize isn't just borrowing clothes for fun. She's accidentally, or maybe not so accidentally, become one of the most commercially powerful women in British fashion. Remember that H&M dress she wore to Lady Gabriella Windsor's wedding? The one she debuted right after going Instagram official with James back in 2019? It sold out. Completely. Everywhere. Almost overnight. Fashion insiders even gave it a name, the Alize effect. The same phenomenon that made Kate Middleton one of the most powerful unpaid marketing forces on the planet. Sellout dresses, crashed websites, copied looks within hours, is now happening to her sister-in-law, a woman who wasn't even born in England. Alize was born in France, but she didn't just grow up there. She grew up in Germany, Indonesia, Chile, Belgium, a genuinely global childhood, moving from country to country as her father, French diplomat Jean-Gabriel Devenet, worked around the world. And here's the emotional gut punch of this whole story. Her father once spoke publicly about how happy she was with James, saying the two were clearly very much in love. He never got to see her walk down the aisle. He passed away before the wedding. Alize and James married anyway, in 2021, in an intimate ceremony in the picture-perfect French village of Bormes-les-Mimosas. Close family only. Pippa was there. Carole was there. The then Duke and Duchess of Cambridge were there too. And it all started with something almost too sweet to be true. Back in 2018, at the South Kensington Club, James's Cocker Spaniel Ella ran straight over to a stranger. That stranger was Alize. A dog brought them together. Grief shaped their wedding. And somewhere along the way, this international, well-traveled, anything but traditional woman quietly became one of the most influential dressers inside the world's most traditional family. So when you see her at Royal Ascot now, standing next to the king, the queen, and the future queen of England, she's not just attending. She's proving something. That you don't need to be born into this world to shape it. So here's what I want to know. Do you think Alizée intentionally borrows these pieces to connect herself to the family? Or do you think it's just genuine, sentimental style? Comment below, team, it's strategy, or team, it's sweet. And if this kind of royal world detail is something you love digging into, hit subscribe. Because there's a lot more of this family story I haven't told you yet.